Sergej, thanks for coming to Paris to see us in the office. I'm very glad to have you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting.
And we discussed quite a topics before the podcast, but maybe can you introduce yourself again?
Yeah, my name is Sergej Kunz. I'm a software engineer, software architect, co-founder of OneInch Network. Together with my co-founder Anton, we back in 2018, we were traveling around the globe, participating in hackathons. So our background is kind of tech guys who just love to compete, to build. And one of the hackathons we have built OneInch. The first version of the first prototype in New York City over 2 sleepless nights. So my kind of background was I was in multiple companies. I was working in startups, aggregation startups, built my own aggregator for telecommunication back in 2011, and was working for consulting companies, did projects at Porsche, at Bosch, Siemens. At the end, I was Porsche employee before I started completely with OneInch. This is kind of my story. Yeah,
and that was when you were in Stuttgart back then, right?
Yes. I was born in Siberia, in Russia, in the deepest Siberia, where it was very cold. And because of my German roots, we migrated to Germany in 1999 and grew up in Germany. So I would say I'm more German than like Swabian person. And moved one day to Stuttgart to take new opportunities. Started to work in a startup, aggregation startup. So the days, and then was living there for around 10 years. Nowadays, I'm more in Dubai than in Germany, but still travel to Germany and also kind of base partially in Stuttgart. Yeah.
And I would ask why in Dubai, but maybe first, can you please let me know why did you fall into the rabbit hole, the crypto rabbit hole? You were mentioning mining previously. What talked to you back then when you saw crypto first?
So crypto first was 2011. So one of my colleagues on an aggregation startup, they said, "Oh, did you see crypto? There's crypto. There's Litecoin, Bitcoin. You can mine Litecoin on your MacBook." And I tried a little bit out. And I didn't give attention on this technology somehow because I didn't get additional information what I started to get in 2016, like Twitter and so on. It was like not very popular in Germany back to the days. Also in Facebook was nothing about crypto, and somehow I lost the path, with the crypto. And then end of 2016, I discovered on YouTube. One guy just explained that he can teach how to build a mining rig for Ethereum. Then I started to discover, what is Ethereum? Oh, there's Bitcoin. Oh, I remember I mined Litecoin. And then I took a look and I did like 2,000 X's on Litecoin, but had only a small amount of money mined, back in 2011. So I withdrew, sold. And understood, okay, this looks very interesting. It looks, from a feeling, this is something huge. Yeah, and I started to mine. I built mining rigs. I'm a tech guy, building computers was also my hobby back into like when I was 16 or something. And I started to discover more and more. And then one day I met Anton through a common friend. He was introduced to me, and it's kind of a really long story.
That was much before you started OneInch, right?
It was before OneInch. So we were introduced to Anton. A half year we didn't communicate with him. He helped me a little bit when I tried to sell Bitcoin. I had a wallet. And I had a lot of small Bitcoin transactions coming to the wallet because I was kind of mining through a nice hash or something, So I got little transactions on Bitcoin, and it was very expensive to make one transaction of whole Bitcoins because architecture of Bitcoin, you have like a lot of small pieces, then it costs a lot to transfer them. So he helped me to explain, and then I started my YouTube channel. I called it Cryptomaniac. So maniac in terms of like someone who gives always more than 100%. So if I want to do something what I like and I see opportunity, I give everything. So if I start something, I give everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be sports, or I have second brown belt in Shotokan Karate. So I did Muay Thai, MMA, and then now Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Also,
so you still practicing?
Yeah. Sure, okay. Sure. It's like chess, you know. You have a lot of options when you roll. It's also good for healthy for the body. Sure. I can do it until 70 or 80 years.
I'm a big fan of MMA in general. So you're more of an MMA fighter than a special fighter, you would say.
You know, I'm fan of Bruce Lee, and I was from the beginning kind of. I had my posters when I was 14, 15, 16, and I did like videos like back in these days when I was 15, cutting apple by hitting with 2 fingers. So like, yeah. Nowadays I'm like. I like BJJ because I don't get punches on my face, on the head, and I don't have 10 problems after that. So I recognize when I did Muay Thai that it can be a little bit difficult and dangerous because you can get some punches and then on the next day I see double. You know? That's why BJJ is very healthy.
Yeah, you can practice every morning. Otherwise, it would be hard for you to build 1 inch at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's kind of boxing is cool. You know, it's a sport. You know, it's sport. You need healthy proportions of everything. Yeah. So back to the story. I had this Cryptomaniac YouTube channel, and I just tried to train how to speak in front of people. You know, and I just spoke about cryptocurrencies, mining, explain what like graphic cards.
In English or German?
It was Russian.
Russian.
Yes, I had already I collected small community with around 12,000 people who watched me, and sometimes I did live streams just for fun. I took a beer, German beer, and like a dark beer, and just did my live streams and spoke about crypto mining or just discover something in internet or like how to generate a beautiful Bitcoin address. Then I recognized there were some scam projects, Ponzi schemes who use smart contract and said it is safe project because it uses smart contracts. And I like, guys, don't invest in Ponzi schemes. This is a program. It runs on the Ethereum blockchain. I'm not an expert, but we will find it out now. So together. So I went through the documentation, found the smart contract, and like discovered source code of the smart contract. Okay. In this process, Anton was also watching me because maybe it was fun for him, and he wrote to me, "Let me join this live stream. Mm-hmm. I can help you with the smart contracts because he had already a good experience. He participated already in hackathons and worked already for a startup.
And you didn't even know him before, right?
Or you were introduced and had little conversation with him, and she jumped into the live stream directly. And after that, we spent like half year on YouTube, and we streamed like 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours a piece. We had like thousands of people watching us. We did security audits of smart contracts. So we just picked one of the projects what was out there. It was like this crypto Russian speaking space. And we discovered backdoors. We discovered also bugs as well.
In live, right?
In live stream, yeah, it was live stream. So, and I was threatened that someone come and kill me because they didn't like it. Because we like, oh, this is piece of shit. This is Ponzi scheme. Don't invest in this. And they really threatened me. I went also to the German police, and At the end, the police said, like, you can protect yourself. We cannot help you because these people are from not in Germany now. They cannot ask Telegram to give IP address or whatever. And I asked them what they're doing. They said, like, self-defense. And I asked what that means. And they said, like, okay, you can buy a gun. Only a gas gun. A police gas only this. Yeah, I went to the shop. It is fully legal in Germany to buy a gas gun, you know?
Right.
With the bullets. Like, it's like not really bullets. It's like special gas, you know. And I just bought it. I ordered a bulletproof vest and enabled live stream. And I was reading the bulletproof vest and took the gun and said, guys, if you're threatening me, I'm here. You're welcome. So this is my friend. She will help me. So it was like a little bit show as well. So yeah, it was funny. It was really kind of funny time. A little bit also show on YouTube. But really helpful. A lot of people also learned how to write Solidity and what not to do in the Solidity code by watching our live streams. I know someone who became CTO in a good DeFi project just watching, just with the background that he watched all the videos. We had really a lot. You know, wow. You spend half year almost every day with a lot of hours on live streams. And yeah, I have still all the videos, but we disabled it because like there's crazy shit with the weapon, you know, like you cannot show it on how just
as the co-founder of 1inch, you cannot put it.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to be crazy. If you get like crazy things like we will come and gonna kill you, you need to be crazy, you know, like. And I told them, guys, I'm maniac, so come up.
And crypto maniac.
Yeah. And then one day, I guess it was November 2018, Anton asked me to join the hackathon in Singapore, ATH Global Hackathon. And I actually declined because I had some problems with my back to the days wife. She started to think about to get divorced and told me I should move out of our apartment. We were living with our daughter. And I thought, okay, fuck off. I'm going to go to Singapore.
So you're taking a plane and you join Anton in Singapore.
Yeah, we met in Turkey together and we were flying together and then an airplane to Singapore. And overnight, we just built a small application. We got a grant from MakerDAO, from Kyber, and from Set Protocol. And we were like, wow,
it's working.
We didn't expect it. And we understood that with our professional experience and as a software engineers, and that we can actually build overnight or maybe 2 nights something what can generate money, and this money we can use to travel again.
So that was already the idea of 1inch, or
no idea at all.
Okay.
On every hackathon, we just came to something when we were there, speaking with sponsors, when we were thinking, okay, what kind of bounty we can get from the sponsor, what we can build, what makes sense potentially. We have built, for example, in South Africa, decentralized live streaming platform where people like see a live stream and pay for each kilobyte by using payment channels. Payment channels will be used from Raid network. Unfortunately, they actually stopped the development, but it was a really nice idea. You know, if you want good quality of a stream, you just pay more because you pay for each kilobyte. If you don't pay, you don't get the stream. And it was highly decentralized by using WebRTC technology. So in the first night, I had already live streamed to the internet, to our community, and they were like watching us for free. And then when we showed to Raid network on the hackathon on the last day, this guy said, like, I need to sit. It cannot be. It's really the best use case here has ever seen. And still, we met like after like 4 years. Then recently in a conference, he said like it's still the best use case he has ever seen.
But you could have launched 1inch or a decentralized streaming payments system.
Not it's like decentralized video streaming platform. But you know, like we just built something on the hackathon. We didn't continue to work on these projects until the hackathon because it was nice, funny to just we couldn't imagine that we can actually build a startup out of the projects. We just built it because it was funny, it was cool. It was also good for us because I improved my delivery a lot. Also, when I was working for Porsche, I improved my working very much, because over the hackathon, you have to concentrate on a product. You need to deliver in 2 nights. You have less sleep. And at the end, like in the last, like we did like 17 hackathons in 1.5 years.
In 1.5 years, right?
Less than 1.5 years.
Wow.
After COVID came, so like from December 2018 to February 2020.
And the last one was ETHCC 2020, right? You came in Paris at the time, before COVID hit?
No, we didn't participate, but we were in London. In London, we did also cool things. We did like a leverage, like creating tokenized leverage position on Aave or Compound. So we did it already 2020. It's actually a nice thing, you can just create a easy leverage position and say, okay, I don't want to be liquidated, so if I lose 50%, the position should be closed. So this kind of intents we already implemented back in 2020. So we have built a lot of really cool stuff. Some of them we are using as well. The QR codes you get on our booth on the conferences with the airdrop. This we have built here in Paris back in 2019. But didn't get anything for this because no one understood it, I guess. How cool this is. It's like physical airdrops. And what funny fact, maybe no one knows about that. Stani from Aave, back to the days it was ETH was also here and as a sponsor on the hackathon. And we came with flash loans to him. So we gave him the flash loans.
The idea of flash loans.
Yeah, we gave also code of the flash loans. And actually, we are in charge of this. That Aave introduced looks like that. I spoke also with Stani about that, and she said like, it's okay, guys. We didn't talk about us, but it's okay.
He never credited you for this.
Yeah, never. But it's okay. It's fine. It's really cool to see that people like use what we come to. Same with what I see also in Uniswap. They introduced Uniswap X. If you look in the white paper, we are in the first position of the resources. They took a look on us. It's really great credit that they just use our technology or our ideas. They say, I guess, that they came by themselves to them, but anyway, they mention us. It's already credits. It's cool. It's cool that it's a good motivation. You build something or you invest time in something what is used by other people. I don't need direct credits. I'd say
that's the ethos of blockchains and crypto in a way, right? You build something. It's open source. It's smart contract. They can look at the design and they use it, copy it, and rebuild something on top, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the first time. So when we started with aggregation, so 1inch was built on a hackathon in New York, in May 2019, 19th May. We were just walking around. I was walking around the hackathon venue, spoke with all the sponsors, and then we came with Anton to the idea. It makes sense maybe to make one trading venue where you get all the liquidity. And we shouldn't just show what liquidity sources are there. We should maybe use an algorithm what combine all liquidity sources by splitting among multiple liquidity sources at the same time. And this for one transaction. It was something new, no one did it before. Someone told me that they do this, but I couldn't like see that they use it. Or like they said that they aggregate decentralized exchanges, and we couldn't prove it. Anyway, it was afterwards, kind of. I was walking all the time. I came to Vitalik Buterin and spoke with them. He said that someone say that they do it, but he already said I never could prove it. At the end, we just did it just for us because we had already kind of. Anton sometimes bought some tokens, sold because he was also active in DeFi back to the days, actually to 2019, there was no naming DeFi or Web3 from our point of view. We just spoke about Ethereum and blockchain. And I was arbitraging as well. So this approach with the splitting among these different liquidity sources, I had the idea about like this because I did arbitrage trading. Like I wrote my own arbitrage trader who use multiple liquidity sources and arbitraged. I'm on Uniswap, Kyber, and Bancor.
So you would arbitrage between dexes already back?
I experimented with this to get the knowledge, so I understood how all the MMs are working, how to integrate them, how to interact with them, and it helped a lot on the hackathon as well. So and Anton, we built, Anton built a smart contract, the algorithm, because I was very, very bad in algorithm, and we had no ChatGPT back to the days. Nowadays it's easier, so I can ask ChatGPT, okay, I need min flow max, min cost max flow algorithm, and they can suggest something, yeah.
And then you would tweak it and change the parameters, but at least you have the framework from ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, you can like normally I ask people, you know, if someone with a degree, I have no degrees, yeah, so someone has a degree and maybe some experience in specific field, I try to ask them, okay, how does it work? Why this? And then I try to collect knowledge, you know, and then to work with this knowledge that afterwards. Yeah, and with Anton, he's very, very educated, very smart guy, highly intelligent. And I say I'm not intelligent at all. I try to be something smart.
I'm just ask questions.
Yeah, and then I you know, like when you have a lot of information, you can then just build something out about that. Yeah, and like yeah, we have built it just for us on a hackathon. I pitched to everyone. So. Really, like if there was a dog, I pitched to the dog. It was a guy who was cleaning toilets. I pitched to that as well. So really to everyone. And we didn't win anything except $300 from ENS because I integrated the ENS in the last second. I was able to pay my airplane ticket back to Stuttgart. And after like 2 weeks, Anton called me in the night. He calls me in the night and say, Sergey, we have volume. And I'm like, what are you speaking about? What are you talking about? And he said, like, on one issue, we have volume. People are using it.
You already call it 1 inch back then? Or?
Yes.
So the first iteration, you call it 1 inch. Okay.
Yeah, on a hackathon, we were thinking, okay, we came to an idea to aggregate decentralized exchanges, and we didn't know how to call it. And I told Anton we should call it 1 inch. I said like I'm a Bruce Lee fan, so I was like really a freaky Bruce Lee fan. And when I was 15, like really cutting apples with 2 fingers like this. Introduces. I have still this video, but I told them like we came to something what is highly efficient, and Bruce Lee did everything highly efficient and like a pro. You know, like he never did something as an amateur. He did like a pro, everything. He was cha-cha-cha champion, kung fu champion, movie star, you know. And he did this 1 inch punch. So, and I told Anton, we do this 1 inch punch on blockchain. And with one single transaction, solve multiple exchanges. Yeah. So this was my pitch also on the day, on a hackathon for the judges. Yeah. No one understood it, but like from the judges. But one guy said this is the next big thing.
Right.
Yeah. It was the co-organizer of ETH Global, Liam.
Yeah.
And I didn't trust him. So how is said, Anton after 2 weeks called me and explained we have volume, and then I created a social media account.
So it's funny you built it. You know, and you knew it was a cool idea, but
it was helpful for us because I had also already some assets where I just arbitraged, and Anton also did some arbitrage. We just built it for us,
right? But you understood afterwards that it was the idea.
Yeah, we understood that people are using it, and we found out it's cool to work like on a pet project, maybe in the nights. After the work, I was already living in the office. I had my freedom, you know, I could travel around the globe. I had still my daughter 3-4 days, and after that I had free time. And also when she was sleeping at 8, I had time until maybe 2-3 a.m. To work on it. Then at 7 a.m. I woke up for the normal job. So I was sleeping to this time, 2019, early 2020, only 3-5 hours a day.
Wow. Being that in building a startup and having a day job.
Yes.
Coach.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we actually didn't build a startup, we had no company. We were just contributing to open source, like, of course, that our front end was kind of closed, but all our smart contracts were like under MIT license, open source, and people started to copy us. DexAG copied us, and we came and said like, guys, if you copy us, it's okay, it's under MIT license, but there's copyright. You need to mention us. And they said, no, we did it by ourselves. We invented it. And they had really huge reputation. Yeah? And then I did some research, and I came with a link to GitHub with the piece of code what is exactly the same as we wrote, and our code is older than them, and the namings of the function is like Russian English, It's like it's
Russian at all.
Yeah, but Anton wrote it. It was like really Russian English naming, and no one would do it, from these guys. And we proved that it's true that they copied us, and they deleted this from GitHub. Of course, I have screenshots and everything. And we found another repository where it was forked from, and there's still this code existing. So they copied us and lied to the community and used own reputation to just say, okay, you guys, you're a piece of shit, go away. You have no credits. And we were just like, okay, guys, it's okay, it's fine. It's stupid, yeah. If you like, it's DeFi, it's like, if you're using us, just write down it's from us. It's okay. Yeah, a lot of shitstorm, but it's also good because we got a lot of attention. People started to also look at us, use us, and we had really no company. We just contributed, worked in the night. We didn't earn anything. Traveled around the globe, participating in the hackathons, collected a lot of contacts, built a network of people
that we use it.
And now, when we were at 2020 and we got funded by the community, we got 60K. It's also a fun story. There was one guy in Gitcoin. They wanted to give us 5K, but had fat fingers and gave us 50K. Yeah.
Is it a true story? What?
Yeah.
What you mean is it was about to sing 5K.
Yeah. Gitcoin, it was 2020 and 2019. You could just, as a project, you could get grants from the community and also from the Ethereum Foundation, some others. And when you got $1, you could maybe get for this $10 because there was additional funding. And this guy just sent 50K, and we were like, wow! And we worked with memes. You need to take a look on back to the days on the memes. It was really funny. And we posted a meme right now in the one-inch garage, and this is kind of a picture from Breaking Bad when these guys were lying on the money in the garage. You remember? Yeah. We were joking a little bit around, and then we wrote to this guy, just this mistake, right? And he said yeah, I guess this is mistake, but it's okay. I had fat fingers. Keep it. You deserve. And we're like, oh man, 50K, this is a lot of money. And I was living in a shit office with no money, and I had also minus 50,000 euros on my bank account, and oh. And we said, okay, we don't take the money, we don't pay it to us. It's okay, we invest. We can still live, how we live. Anton was also working on Near protocol in this time. And I had also a job. I actually had food. We had to sleep. Not the best place, but it's okay. And we were thinking about, okay, we use this money. We hire someone. So we hired Kirill, one of our friends was a hackathon guy who can deliver in 2 nights without sleep, anything.
He was 20 years old, right?
He was 20 years old, yeah.
He's still working.
She's a technical lead for microservices right now, leading 20 people right now. This guy is really smart, highly motivated. He don't care about to just make money. She love to build things what are used by a lot of people, you know. And yeah, she started to help us. Actually, Anton said like, this is a stupid idea. You want to hire people to manage them or something? And I said like, this is not hiring. This is just we use the community funds from the community and we get additional contributor. Yeah. There was no company or something. We just gave this guy money to contribute.
It's manager. I'm just in financing contribution.
Yeah, it's like a friendship, I would say. What we have and had at the beginning, like we asked him if she would like to contribute, like we contribute, and she got money for this. And she said, like we told them we don't get anything. It's okay. It's just cool that we have something like this, and we just paid him, and she started to contribute, and then more contributors came, and one day and we tried to raise as well from I guess September 2019, but no one wanted to give us money. Yeah, they said like, you know,
Remember that?
Yeah, you had luck. Most like there were people like investors said like famous investors. Well, you just 2 Russian guys. You had just luck. You will not never build.
Luck for what you mean? Like luck because you built something and
because like we got some traction. People is using the product, and they said like you will never make it. You know, you will never build something huge out of this. You have not even a company, and we're like okay. And then I understood
crypto investors back then already, right?
Yeah, VCs with a lot of experience, and you know, like, and that's why I have this kind of maniac mindset. So if I do something, I do it more than 100%. I did at least 1,000 pitches in my life. I pitched to everyone. So and based on the pitches, I recognize okay, these people ask almost the same questions. So that means I need proper response,
Thank you.
I need proper, I need playbook. Yeah, I need to respond properly to these questions. Yeah, so it makes sense, and it should be true as well. So and at the end, I figured out, and I pitched properly to then at the end to everyone, and someone at the end we were also discussing with Binance. They were interested by CZ somehow. Took it like lazy, you know. They didn't invest time to close the deal, and Dragonfly came and said, "Guys, shut the fuck up, take our money. You are 2.5 men. You have this amount of volume. We don't care if you don't have a company. Just do a proper setup and we invest." Yeah, we created. We asked help from lawyers, and they suggested to go with international setup. Because I was in Germany, Anton was still in Russia, then he moved to Amsterdam. Kirill was also in Russia, I guess, and then he moved also to Dubai. We were distributed. Yeah, more people came as a contributor, and they suggested international setup with a British Virgin Island company, with additional board of directors, independent kind of own. For BVI, and I not only contributed technically, kind of, and got more and more people into the setup, and we raised in 2020 a seed round, and the demand was very high. After 3 months, we announced Series A. So actually we closed Series A directly after seed round, because seed round. Actually, it was in the same time, like seed round was full, and we added just to the Series A, and we announced 3 months later, Series A. So it was total 12 millions of US dollars or something.
And imagine would be Dragonfly back then, or, you know, one of the 1,000 person you pitched the company. What would you pitch And what would you say? Okay, 1inch is very important because of this.
I pitched it like just the more efficient thing compared to everything what is existing. So people use Uniswap, use some other DEXs directly, but it's not efficient. We have something highly. We created a new market, aggregation market. No one did aggregation before us. 0x joined and so on afterwards. And Paraswap came also from Paris. They just try to do the same what we do. I just pitched like this is something what is more efficient. The more efficient will take over. And you see, Uniswap is introducing aggregation by Uniswap X. So everyone, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's more efficient and for the user, and anyway, the user will be ours.
and you have kind of a monopoly now in the market, or at least a very big market share. What do you think that is compared to some competitors that you cited, Uniswap X or Paraswap?
I wouldn't say that we have monopoly. We have good players out there who have also market shares. They are different markets. There's an aggregation market. Means we have integration MetaMask, Binance Wallet, Trust Wallet, Exodus Wallet, some other wallets. We offer aggregation as a service. Of course, our foundation run the front end and use our APIs from the labs as well. This is all market compared to the market of where user swap. User swap on MetaMask, user swap on Trust Wallet, user swap a lot of Trust Wallet on Trust Wallet. On Uniswap. So if you compare, then of course we have our D app, we have our mobile wallets as well. If you compare, we are like almost the same with Uniswap here. Actually, when you take the front ends applications,
the volume, if you compare the DEXs and the aggregation, basically.
If you compare just, you take the app of Uniswap, the app of 1inch, and wallets from Uniswap and our wallets, and the volume is almost the same. So we were here, they were really high, and then we came here. So, and we are competing with each other. We introduced it now, the intent-based swaps, the fusion. Can also explain a little bit more.
We'll definitely come back to this. Just I have a lot of questions, but first question, before we come back to like why the wallet and why the card and launching the card. So I want to understand why. I guess that's my first question, because your users in the beginning were more DeFi retail users, but now you have access to all the wallets. So what have changed here? In the distribution have changed? Is it more B2B to C? What have you seen changing in terms of how you distribute 1inch as a product on the market?
Yeah, we have different products nowadays. The wallets we built, you know how first Porsche was built? No? The Ferry Porsche, the son of the Ferdinand Porsche, the engineer, he was looking for a car and didn't find what he was looking for, and he just started to build it by themselves, and so they created the brand Porsche. So and everyone was looking, this is something new, this is actually what I want as well. It's the same in our case. We didn't find a proper wallet. We made MetaMask was a shit, and other we didn't like as well, and we thought, okay, we had a friend who was iOS developer, and we hired them into the labs, and then we started to build a wallet. Nowadays we have two teams working on this, Android, iOS team, and they develop everything native, highly secure. We do security audits as well, and we try to improve the user experience. For example, you can easily connect our wallet to Ledger through Bluetooth. We had to reverse.
So you signed from a Ledger and you use the 1inch interface for sure. Okay.
The wallet, you can connect through Wallet Connect our wallet, and then you use your Ledger to sign the transaction through the wallet. It's really easy, you get also portfolio information about your wallet and everything. So we try to improve the user experience. it's also one thing how we can onboard people. Yeah, it's easier to work with people when you have such a product. You can educate. We have kind of stories. Let's explain how something works in the wallet, and we need it by ourselves as well.
And it keeps the user in your ecosystem.
This is also the other thing. We own the user then. Yeah, if the user use such a product of us, this user is with us, and this I guess also Uniswap understood. That's why they launched own wallet as well, and everyone else also launched own Web3 wallet. But it's okay for us. It's so good that like companies such as Uniswap with a lot of people, a lot of money, onboard people as well, especially in US, because we are not operating in US. So we have Geoblock, and because of this situation, regularity.
The wallet is Geoblock. The product is Geoblock in the US now.
It's blocked in US. Yeah.
Blocked in the US.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's not my decision, and maybe if I would decide, I would also decide to block, because it's not clear situation regarding that.
Are you going to be a broker or not, or classified as such?
I guess the wallet is working for transfers to see the balances, but something like Swap, what is run by the foundation. Foundation Cayman Islands, it's independent board, independent company, non-profit organization. They have also kind of fear, like they don't know what can come from US. That's why they decided to Geoblock. It's okay. It's not my business. My business is labs, building software as a service or technology to provide technology. We have our dev portal as well. Just also additional product that we launched, I guess, last year.
For people to integrate one each in their product.
For other startups and companies to integrate 1-inch APIs, and also to onboard new developers from Web2 to build own unicorns on top of our APIs, because we invested a lot of time to build aggregation APIs, for the like Pathfinder, our algorithm, portfolio API, so you can track your panel of your wallet, or you can see history of your wallet, all the things like balances of your wallet. These things we have built, and we just start to share. We are like also as the AWS, for Web3 here. Yeah. Back to the wallet, maybe. The wallet
in the cart.
Yeah.
It's an end-to-end kind of experience where I can use the wallet. I can spend my card or spend my token and back in real life in the 1-inch ecosystem.
Yeah. Wallet is a tool what I need personally, what my co-founder needs, and I guess a lot of other people also need. And for us, in terms of strategy, it's a tool to onboard people, to educate and onboard people. And we launched the 1-inch card together with banks. It's a product for banks together with us. Yeah, they have a license for European Union and UK. They will expand to US. Would be interesting if they really start in US, then we can also cover US people for the wallet and the card. So the idea is how we came to it. We were in Australia. It was last year, end of last year, I guess. It was first time for me. I spoke with a lot of people, and actually, interesting fact is that 70% of Australian people, they own crypto. But they own crypto on centralized exchange. And then I spoke with a lot of people and told them, like, why are you holding on at the centralized exchanges? It makes more sense, like, to own the crypto, not to trust someone like FTX, run, like, gamble with the money or run away with this. And they told, okay, that sounds really great. We have really backup process. You can also back up your seed phrase, highly encrypted on your iCloud or Google Cloud. So if you lose your phone, you can, or you lose your seed phrase, you can still restore with your password. They told, like, okay, if I hold crypto here, how I can buy? First question, how you can buy more crypto, and how efficient is it? How many percentage you charge? We work with MoonPay and other providers. We aggregate actually multiple providers for crypto on-ramp, and then huge question was also how we can use the crypto, what is the off-ramp process? And I thought we need a solution. And we were speaking with different providers and came to banks who was already successful, fully working with Ledger. And we came to a product, the 1-inch card, then together with MasterCard, introduced it.
Do you have it in yourself today?
Yes. The whole days here in Paris, I pay everything with my unicorn. Yeah, I can show you how it looks like. You can get it as well. Just it's easy process. You can just you download the 1-inch wallet. Just my unicorn
Transactions, yes.
Yeah.
You pay the cafe, you pay the Lulu Paris, so you went to the restaurants.
Yes.
Pyramid, Le Maurice, yes. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it's my. Here's my unicorn. So, what pays? And I can use Ethereum. I can use Bitcoin. I can use 1-inch. Like I have a little staking, for example, at 1-inch. Delegate to resolvers. It's also kind of utility function of our token, and I get paid from market makers who are filling the fusion auras, and they pay a little bit to the delegators, and I withdraw and spend for coffee. So it's like passive income. Of course, I need to pay taxes for this in Germany, but anyway, it's cool. You know, I can easily pay with crypto.
I'll tell you that Kiln is working maybe. Let's see, on partnership with banks, so that you can you can get rewards basically on all of your crypto. Is it Ethereum or is it stablecoin, or maybe Bitcoin, because Bitcoin staking, the future is coming. So yeah.
Also cashback, what we have is really nice. So you can get 1% cashback in Bitcoin, USDT, 1-inch, 2% in bank's token as well. We discover right now maybe to give 3% cash back. So you pay 2% as a fee. What you spend?
And you get more cash back.
You get more in cash back in truth. Yeah.
So you're getting paid by spending with you get back.
Yeah, you get paid actually. Yeah, and this is really nice. And so you increase your you invest actually. You know, anyway you need to pay everywhere, right? So, but if you get it as a Bitcoin cashback, then you invest in Bitcoin theoretically, right? It's really cool. So it's easy now to off-ramp, and this was kind of the original idea. Okay, this demand, and we launch it. Yeah, and it works very, very well. Yeah.
Coming back to the institutional market and Fusion, what is Fusion? Why did you launch it? And is it also a response to, do you think there will be KYC in DeFi? DeFi has to be KYC. Like, can you explain all of this approach, let's say?
Yes. So the last round we raised to build a compliant institutional environment, so the institutionals can actually interact with the DeFi liquidity, so in compliance manner. So we had different approaches, but we came to something what I call it Decentralized Nasdaq approach. You have users who create intent. It's intent-based protocol. Just for swaps for now. We have already since long time limit order protocol. It's also intent-based protocol. So we created it to 2021, I guess.
And intent because it's more efficient to put it off chain and then to do it on chain. Otherwise, you will not have a complex basically routing or actions that you can do everything on chain, right?
It's intent in terms that a user don't care how it's going to be executed. The user just want to get something. It's like everyone who use stock exchange, they go select the stock and say, I would like to buy it. And they get the price. They get the shit price because they have 1,000 intermediates, people, companies in between who charge fees. And it's not transparent how the settlement is done and how much price impact we face. And you need to select maybe one venue where you get the stock. Like, it's stupid, right? It's highly not efficient. In our case, user come and say, okay, I have 10,000 Ethereum. We did a little bit battle testing at 1inch Labs. So we have our portfolio. It needs to be rebalanced, or our CFO rebalanced the portfolio, and we did kind of battle testing of Fusion, and we rebalanced 10,000 Ethereum to USDC. As a battle test, of course, we bought it back a little when the price went down later. It's also kind of strategy of managing portfolio. We monitored how it was working, and we got actually better price than the market rate was. It works like user just declare what they want, selling 10,000 Ethereum to USDC, and how this is gonna be executed. You don't care. They are professional market makers who are compliant. They pass KYB with the foundation right now, and they are screened through the foundation, but by our 1inch Labs technology. We have multiple providers like TRM Labs. We have other providers who we aggregate. We have own compliance team who monitor market makers. If someone get dirty money, they're gonna be blocked. Yeah, because like our labs provide APIs.
KYT, know your transaction. If they had dirty coins, whatever,
not blocked until it's cleared. Yeah, so or completely blocked. Yeah, so we avoid malicious actors here on the execution side, and the settlement is decentralized. It's not like that centralized party like it's happening in CowSwap right now. Still, they want to make it more decentralized, but still.
You decentralize the solvers, basically.
Decentralized is, in our case, the settlement. So we have, it's like P2P trade. You have a user who create order, make a signature on the order. User want to exchange 10,000 Ethereum to USDC. Market maker see this order. This order is shared with all the market makers who has at least 5% of unicorn power in 1inch network. It's also a little bit complicated. You need to stake 1inch token to get unicorn power. When you stake for two years, you get for one inch, one unicorn power, and it decreases in time every block until you extend it for 2 years again. So, and it's not linear, it's like a curve. So people are intent to extend always for 2 years to get the most benefits. And people then can delegate to the resolvers who can execute the transactions. Yeah, and resolvers pay to people who delegate from the profit a little bit. It's around 10% APY right now. So okay, back. So market makers, they see this order. It's like public, like it's like a permission order book. Only this by the community selected market makers can execute, settle, and then they compete between each other. Who is the first who take the order and fill? They can also do partial fills. They can maybe say, okay, I'm okay to take 10% of the order. That's what happened with 10,000 Ethereum when we did the rebalance,
because it's very large, so they will take a part of it.
So if you execute it just in the market, you get around 10% price impact. So you get 10% in the value less because like this limit liquidity on Ethereum. Our Fusion works with Dutch auction approach. It's like intent. It's based on the limit order protocol, but with additional conditions. So we built price curve for the Dutch auction. My people call it Kunzinyar grid. Based on my surname, I came with a crazy idea to my people. We started with linear Dutch auction. We go from spot. We went from spot price to market price. Spot price is what you see on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and market price is when you exchange the whole amount in the network on Ethereum, for example, 10,000 Ethereum to USDC on the market costs 10% price impact. So you have here a chart. You start here, spot price, here's market price impact 10%. We try to minimize, to reduce the price impact. At the beginning, we did it with linear Dutch auction, and then I had a conversation with one of my friends, Tigran from Kinetics. They built cross-chain solutions right now where you can just buy any Bitcoin for any shitcoin or sell Bitcoin for any shitcoin anywhere. Yeah, it's not bridging; it's atomic swap. So, yeah, I'm advisor and an angel investor for his project. I came like with the atomic swaps. I came to him really long time ago, and they actually built really nice technology with zero knowledge pros. Anyway, he was pitching something new, what I didn't understood. Like over 2 hours, he just worked with me and tried to pitch this idea. And after this 2 hours, my brain gave me idea, just not related to this topic page. It was something different, and I did click, and I had in front of my eyes, this Dutch auction should not be linear. Just imagine, it makes sense to when you swap all the 10,000 Ethereum, you have price impact. But if you swap a little bit, you have small price impact because there's a lot of enough liquidity for small amounts. So we enabled parsing fields, so we allow people to take parts. Yes. And then if the order happens in 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, we try to exchange the full amount, all the 10,000 Ethereum for the price, what we got from Pathfinder, the market rate. Then just think about the time, like if we have 10 minutes, then after 1 minute, we try to sell 1/10 of the amount. And you get different price. So, and with this logic, we built a price curve, what goes like this, and then at the end drops down, and it follows the current liquidity on the market in time. It's kind of 3D-dimensional thing from the feeling, and it helps really a lot.
Who's setting the time curve? Is it by default, or can you use yourself?
You can do it by yourself right now. It is custom settings, but it's highly advanced. So not everyone understands this. That's why I guess we are removing it right now. Okay. So you get it as suggested time. So normally, like based on the analytics, we have analytics team. Bigger amounts, 6 to 10 minutes. Small amounts, up to 50K, maybe 100K in US dollars value. 2-3 minutes. Most of the time, right now, also for the small amounts, we execute directly. The market makers execute directly because we properly set the price based on the market conditions in the network. So back shortly to the idea with the Kunz grid, with the curve adapted to the current liquidity and the prices, and in time, we introduced something new. We introduced also taking into account gas execution cost changes. With the first version was problematically also for small amounts. Sometimes price of the gas jumped up,
right?
And we didn't had match with the market conditions. So the price wasn't the market rate; it was higher than market. No one executed. Yeah, so the user had to wait longer, and sometimes they got a little bit less because the Dutch auction works every block, and you have delay of 12 seconds. So the price drops in 12 seconds, more than if it would have like every second drop, you know? So we changed it, we introduced like this taking account of gas execution costs, and now the graph looks like maybe goes up, so better rates for the user because gas cost dropped, or it goes a little bit down, but still in the range of the maximal acceptable price impact. So user, when you trade in DeFi, you have always maximal acceptable price impact. So how much are you okay to get less? But through this Dutch auction approach, we try to reduce the risks to get less than expected. So it's highly complex thing. We from the labs also have patent on this, so we apply it. So
you spent, that's what you were telling me before. So you spend time yourself to architect, to build, to work with the engineers to make it.
Yes, I travel a lot, go to the conferences, speak with a lot of people. I collect all the information, and sometimes my brain, I think always about the problem. Okay, we had always the problem with the gas costs. That gas costs, they change. And they change in Ethereum, and we had sometimes no execution because the price is not the market rate. And then one day my brain comes with a solution, it makes like click, they say in Germany. And I see the solution in front of me. It's just an idea. I give it to my people, or I do my own prototype to test this idea. So right now I'm working on a new algorithm for the Pathfinder. So it's like mean cost max flow algorithm. It's not something new, but it's difficult to implement in this specific environment.
And you have to be physically with the engineers when you give the ID, or you can do it remote, or it both works? Because you were telling me now you're having offices also because of this, right? Because I guess having the engineers in front of you, giving the ID, it's sometimes faster.
It's faster, yeah. That's right now we are still all remote. Office is almost done. We had some renovation. And we will open soon, and it gives benefits. Like you have it here, right? You have shorter ways to speak with the engineers, to work with them closely. We do sometimes, like we collect people in one place. So when we released Fusion, we put people into one room in Dubai in a hotel for weeks, for 1 month. They came with family, with children. We paid hotel rooms, food, everything. So they worked like they were normally. They had no, it was less. Not everyone could come. It was like I guess 50, 60 people, and they had lunch and dinner with the family. Spent a little bit time. And also they worked like day over and also in the evening by themselves. So we didn't require this, but it was like hackathon, like hackathon means you give everything, and they spent 1 month for this. Yeah. So, but we delivered. I came with Fusion already. We launched in 2023. No, we launched 2022. In December 2022, we launched Fusion. I came with this idea early 2022, and I understood that it's not going forward. It's something new. When you build on something new, what I didn't even understood everything. I had just the feeling this is the right way.
It's bad.
And this Dutch auction, linear Dutch auction, it was just the first idea from my co-founder Anton, that how to ensure that the settlement is decentralized. Dutch auction, it's the best way. So, and then I recognized, okay, it makes sense. I suggested then to our chief board that let's collect people in one place. Who wants to come should come. Who don't wanna, it's okay. And a lot of people came, and we worked closely together. And really, we in the process we changed a lot. How to show it, how to make the swap, and everything. Smart contracts were already done. It was clear. Smart contract level, it was clear what to do as a first version. And then we delivered. Everyone was happy. It was really great time. We should be there. Yeah.
Because you were together for months, and you knew you had to do it. You knew that at the end of the month you had to deliver something.
Yes. Actually, you can build everything in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, every
Complex problem, you think?
Yeah, like isolated proper scope you can build in 2 weeks actually, and sometimes you can build also over 2 nights on weekend. It's also possible. Yeah, it's what this hackathon style, like we have always built production ready prototypes over 2 nights.
Like and if you put yourself in 5-10 years. Where do you think 1inch is going to be, and what do you think DeFi is going to be?
I'm pretty sure our protocols are going to be used for stock trading 24/7, and with highly efficient settlement. we are going to change the traditional finance. We are already changing, you know, like we are already adapting, and we are building from one edge side. We are building on just regulated for environment for institutionals, and we will open for, back to your question about KYC, we will open it for everyone. So we will introduce KYC for everyone. You need compliant regulated environment. Yeah, right now this also like foundation who run the front end would offer access to the one inch network. You can stake, you can delegate, and you can also swap. And they don't charge any fees. They don't make any money with this. You know, they'll also not earn any money with this, because it's this. If you want to run it regulated, you want to make money, business with this, you need KYC. You need proper licenses. We as One Inch Labs, we got licenses in Switzerland for non-custodian exchange in Switzerland, and also in UAE. We got water license recently for non-custodian exchange in United Arab Emirates.
So you could technically take a fees, right? We could technically take a commission.
When we start own application, one front like trading platform, so as labs. So yeah, we can take fee. Like Uniswap takes fee. That's why they have no problems, I guess. Yes. It's the regulator, because as like MetaMask as well, because they make business, they make money, and
which is fair. At some points, it's fine. It's fair to take a fee.
Yeah, but you need to follow the regulations. Sure. Of course, regulation like it's not fully clear, but this kind of business is from point of view needs clear path, clear regulation, and we tried with the regulator to speak about. We presented, we explained that settlement is on chain. We have a clean environment. We have compliance. We have already compliance. We do it as a service for foundation. But if you run own application, then we do it completely by ourselves, and we can charge fees, but we don't have to. Yeah, there are different other ways how we can earn. Right now, we as a labs, we are, I would say, almost sustainable. We burn a little bit. We earn from a software as a service portal. So we sell a lot of APIs. So we are launching new APIs as well as Web3 APIs. We go into the market of a Web3 provider. We can do it better than others with better quality, high availability, and we need it anyway for ourselves. And all the APIs we just sell and get good amount of money for this to exist the next 80 years.
The data, so the read part, the data part, right? So you can create API and you can get information, derive information, and people can use it in their DAO.
Yeah, all the wallets they need APIs. You know, someone is doing it by themselves. For example, what kind of balance are in the wallets? Yeah, what tokens are in the wallet? This information we have. We give this information in 200 milliseconds, 300 milliseconds, and most of the time is spent for network latency. So we are very good in backend technology. Myself is also kind of like I have also background in microservices and so on. I built my API for telecommunication services, like sending SMS around the globe, batch processing, and I was working also in consulting companies where we did a lot of batch processing. And we invented also a new approach how to have highly stable and flexible environment by using specific pattern. What somehow no one is using it. So I came to this idea as well, like why no one is doing this? You know, like I came to a nice architecture, what actually could help us also to decentralize APIs. Yeah, so it's also we have a team, Boosty Labs. You know, maybe them. They are also here in France, here in Paris. They help us right now with a white paper. I came to them with the idea for P2P network, what is incentivized. So, and on top of this, you can build a lot of products. So it's actually kind of decentralized API network. So you have a set of commands. You can connect to the network from just a web browser or mobile phone. It's like it works like a thin client, And then you can say, okay, I need balance of my wallet. You send a request, you pay for this request through payment channels. Also back to this experience of the payment channels. Yeah, payment channels the next thing from our point of view for the next years, and it's also something very, very nice for traditional world, for Netflix, for example. Netflix deal a lot with payments. They spend a lot of money. They have a lot of different companies who handle the payments, subscriptions, and so on. But it can be solved easily through crypto by having one complexity. That means you can have unlimited subscribers to your service and payers who stream to you every block.
You have L2s, you have stablecoin, you have non-crypto wallets, and you can fix the problem.
Yes. It's going to be much more kind of efficient. Already in Dev Portal, our customers are paying crypto. Yeah. So we don't have yet payment channels out there, but we are working also on payment channels protocol. We advise with Anton also Papaya Network, for example. They also do payment channels based on the idea of Anton payment channel approach. I advise them as well a little bit. Also kind of next topic in DeFi from our point of view. So in this P2P network offers like a possibility to just easily get information what you need without having centralized entity at centralized APIs. Like you don't need to go to Infura to make a Web3 call. You can just send into the network and sign that you are okay to pay up to this amount of money. It can be micropayments, really 0.001 US dollar. Yeah, and specific executors who are special, who run the nodes and have modules. Someone maybe run just Web3 node. Someone just answer what are the balances, or someone do the full set of our APIs, what we offer right now, centralized. And you get it, and potentially we are still experimenting. Potentially we can provide proofs. If you ask for storage in the Ethereum node in specific block or in current block, then you can get a proof of the storage that it was really from the mainnet. Yeah,
and you can have a node that is closer to you. So because
that's not network, and
you can reduce latency in that sense.
Yes. This is kind of the vision of mine to make everything more decentralized. For example, the apps are right now centralized, stored on AWS and GitHub pages and so on. And they can be stored in decentralized network, like 1-inch P2P network, where someone pays for getting the DApp. US user, if you're opening a DApp, maybe you don't pay, but maybe DAO pays for it. In decentralized manner, DAO need to deposit in a smart contract just a balance, and someone who use specific domain, like in this network, kind of like ENS domains, for example, maybe our own implementation of something like this. Like, did you see the TV series The Startup?
Silicon Valley, right?
No, in Silicon Valley, it's just The Startup. It's on Amazon Prime. Take a look. It's really nice one, and they built also a network. They use it for bad actors, like for a dark market or something. Of course, in our case, everything should be highly compliant. Our executors should be also selected by the community with the delegation and KYB, that these operators operate from not sanctioned environment, are not criminals, and so on and so on. And also those people who make the requests for, give me the balance of the wallet or give me the DApp, they should be also kind of screened. If there's a
KYC and KYC maybe in the future. Or
for this case, you don't need theoretically KYC. You can work with the IP addresses, and you can also work with the detection of VPNs. So what we do right now as well for the foundation to block countries from using the app. This will block also for VPN. So it's like there's a detection for VPN. If the VPN provider don't provide the original country, and there are some VPN providers who provide meta information that this the origin country is maybe France, and this person is just using VPN because of privacy, you know. If you don't have such information, geoblock. Just to stay clean and have no issues in the future. Something like this can be also implemented inside of the network. So they are kind of a relayer network who, like, executors are private, the app user also private. They connect to relayer network, and relayer network don't publish the IP address of these people. But they need to take care that these are clean IP addresses, not North Korean people.
North Korea. Yeah, Kim Jong.
So of course, we need kind of compliance layer in this case.
Yep.
So we can avoid usage called darknet or some shit, you know. But it introduces a way for high available services, you know. You're not reliable on one IP address or one domain.
It's decentralized. It's more efficient because you talk to a node that is close to you.
If you get files, you get small pieces from everywhere. You know, where it's next near to you. You can use multiple bandwidths. Yeah, if one node have only 1 gigabit, but you can download with 10 gigabit, and you ask them only for part of the files.
And you said it earlier. You want to make everything more decentralized. Do you think the future 5, 10, 15 years is going to be more decentralized?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm working hard on this. Also in collaboration with, like, for example, Boosty Labs and also other engineers and everyone. Please welcome to join. We have a grant program. You can ask if you want to work on something like this. You can just ask for like 1 year budget. We have one guy, for example, recently they got 1 year budget to work on the community front end, community components. And she don't need to work on a kind of main job somewhere, you know, and he just concentrate completely on one each. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, that someone from the community came to ask for money and just work, deliver, communicate with us as well as 1inch Labs. I hope so. So please welcome to join us. We are looking for talented, motivated people who would love also to research. Theoretically, it's possible. So we have now Elon Musk with the global network. He is opening for US, I guess, that you can just use your phone in the satellites what they have directly without these environments.
Really on local telecoms.
Yeah. You don't need to use them. You use just the satellites with your phone. It works really. With, I guess, 4G, not 5G yet, but maybe 5G soon. And it I guess it will be globally in not sanctioned countries, I guess. And then you have everywhere access to internet, right? We have now as well. And I guess this could be really a way to avoid also big companies like Google to just take over, or Apple completely take over infrastructure as well.
Do you think that could happen? Do you think these commercial platforms could be taken over by Web3 or decentralization in the future?
It's difficult, kind of. They have a lot of money. They have the best engineers. But if you can achieve and build a new application, like a new platform, what is more efficient than everything else, then it will win for sure. From our point of view, it makes sense to have applications what communicates not with single APIs, single servers, single entry points, but have an environment what optimize on the fly. Like if you are like in somewhere in Asia, Indonesia, or Bali or something, then theoretically you don't have to call servers in US, right, and go through all the cables, right? You can, maybe there are some providers on Bali and you're gonna be routed directly to there. It's or you're doing live streams and people are here, for example, in Paris watching, then they don't need to go through central service. Yeah, they can directly go maybe to retransmitter or directly to you. Yeah, this kind of really sci-fi future, I would say.
Maybe very last question. What are you excited about?
I'm excited about to build on something what is used by a lot of people. I like this interview from Pavel Durov.
Yes.
He said like
The one he did after 8 years, basically.
yeah, he said he doesn't own any real estate or something because he don't want to deal with something what only few people will have touch point with this. You know, like only his family would see maybe the penthouse where he's living, or what he made nice. He liked to concentrate on something what is used by a lot of people, by billions of people, and I like this here as well. That's why we worked for free with Anton very long time in the beginning, because it's really nice feeling when people use what you have built and give you also credit in terms like they use it. Yeah? I'm really excited to build something what people like and use.
Then, Sergej, thank you so much for coming in Paris. I hope we will do this again the next time you come, or maybe in Dubai, I don't know. But yeah, it was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure also. Thank you very much.